set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in. It's a Monday Night Primetime showdown between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Chargers. It's our Monday night opener for the season. Both teams are set up, and off we go. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And it gets him about 3 yards here on the game's first offensive snap.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. He's dropping back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
We've set it downs for him from the 31.
Come on. Practice, go.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Chargers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. How quickly things can change, huh? From kickoff to now, already looking at an entirely different picture, Brock. They get the interception, and they're going to take over in perfect position to score our first points.
You know, we talk about scripting for offense all the time, but flip it around. That could not be a better script for this defense, not just to get a stop, but to take the ball away and now set your offense up for success.
Roll. Let's go now.
The first carry now, Brashawn Smith. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock, here who got to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
By the pylon. And they take it out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Chargers parlay the interception into points. All right, so a nice little drive they put together there in their first series of the season, partner. And the year begins on a high note with a touchdown.
Yeah, they'll be able to begin this season on a high note with a win. Yeah, they put more drives like that together, they sure will. But that Carol just still bounces in my brain. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. You can't start much better than that.
The Chargers kicking team out, and they'll send this away. Fielded at the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it. That play good for 17 and a 1st down. Like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game, and you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
Well, he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Throwing now on 1st down. Finds the in route complete. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Here we go.
Working inside the red zone. It's out. Picked up by the Chargers. So they do take over after the fumble, but they're doing so in a dangerous spot right near their own end zone. If there was a metaphorical panic button over there right now, partner, I feel like this would be the time to press it.
And you know me, I'd take the elevator right down to the field and press it now.
And this defense, man, they have seized on the opportunity that's been presented to them early.
And here's what happens with defenses. Once they feel an offense is loose with the ball, this poor ball security, they're going to be ripping and clawing and tearing for it all game long.
Come on, drop 60. Ready, go.
Looking from his end zone. He gets this to Harold Fanning Jr. complete. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. Good hit, but I'm sure would have loved for it to have come earlier. So he gets forward a bunch and gets him the 1st down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Ready? 19, Tiger, 19.
Thrown back to the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Go, check. Go.
They give it to him again. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Big Mason Graham engulfing that play.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if we see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out.
Let's go now. Ready?
3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the sack. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And this is going to be his 1st punt of the new season. And he gets it away from his end zone. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check.
Give now to the running back. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down.
That run may not have gotten you a first. Sure, nice little run to set the table.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
After that little 8-yard scooch, here comes 2nd and 2. Throwing from the gun. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Tate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages. He couldn't do it right there.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
Okay, break. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw. Setting up the screen. Fights his way through a tackle. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
Well, this is the type of game you've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
They are throwing it again. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Chargers come through with a big play to close out our opening quarter. So we're down to 3 quarters remaining in our opening weekend of football. The Chargers have an early lead. We're back to SoFi right after this.
On the set.
We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football.
Here we go,
They
here
have
we
it
go.
following that interception on the final play of the first quarter.
Go.
It's an option right that begins this drive. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, just infuses your offense with confidence.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield.
70 Lions. Let go.
They'll run here on first down. Into the secondary past the 40. He goes the distance. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Set to return, it's Chuba Hubbard. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes first and 10.
Come on, come on. Hey, ready.
Plowing up the middle. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. It'll lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. I am more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. 70 Timber.
Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here we go. Set.
To the air on 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. Hits his running back. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Ready. Catch the Eagles.
Back to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And he's managed to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Panther waiting.
Dropping back to throw. Connects on the crosser. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
And we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Cowboy 80.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches, they really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
3rd down from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. But a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
60 by 60.
Working now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10.
Come on. Hit. Panther 80.
He's going to throw it again. To the sideline, and he's got it. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
From the red zone on 1st. He's got it, it's in close. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. 3 yards to pick up that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Ready up.
Defense made the stand last time. Do they have another one in them here on 3rd and goal?
Now alert. Here we go. Set. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready.
They go to him again. And he's in this time. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles make it a 1-score game before halftime. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Eagles 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up to the 35 to begin this drive. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10.
60 Maverick.
Blown back, it's the handoff. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Ready,
Going to the ground again on 1st. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Back to the well again. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. 8 on that one. That's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Flushed out of the pocket. No one open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion.
Let's go. 70.
He'll look to throw. They set up the screen. It's Smith. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Offense in a hurry up here.
It's a gain of 5.
18
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Drag him 60. Ready.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. On the move, headed right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
That quarterback clock, it is so important to play into position and playing it efficiently. You got to know, you got to have that clock in your head because that's enough time in this league to get rid of the ball. That's a lesson this QB's got to learn.
Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only 2 seconds left in the half, so on comes the field goal unit. Just 2 seconds left in the half as we get a timeout. The Chargers selected to try for the field goal. It is a 44-yard look from the right hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Harrison Butler is set to kick off.
We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. You take away the deeper options, well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Got it. Ready.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Get it.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Escapes the pocket. He doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually, the only option left was to throw it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Buffalo 18.
Here he goes, third and long. That one's complete, right side. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Sticking to the air here. Flush down out to his left. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Completed over the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Gets a pick up of 14 yards as the chains reset.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60, Panther 60, go!
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Didn't sell the draw enough, and he pays the price. He's headed the wrong direction, backs him up for second down.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice gain. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Here we go, here we go. Bronco 80. Let go.
Back-to-back carries here. He picks up 9 on some quality running there, and that brings up third down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much. But he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just enough throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Smith will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
They'll set him up the middle, and he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be third and goal.
Okay, this could be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2.
And he will have the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
And things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route, just like a receiver would. It's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Hubbard with a return here. And this drive will start inside the 25. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he is down inside the 35-yard line. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Hand off to the back. He is stumped with authority there, but that stump came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that 1st down. They gain 11 on that play, and that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down. Now looking to throw. Complete over the middle. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now.
Ready? Go!
Now a give running right. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
I think this is the part where they run away, Kate. As in run away from that monster. He's just too strong a presence to try to block them inside, and that time, it cost him some yards.
Setting up to throw. This gets the 1st and more. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles start the 2nd half with some needed points. Butker to try the point after. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Okay, well that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Ready?
Throwing now off the play action. Cut out left. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 12 on that one. That's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Chargers football as they try to hang on to a lead in a close game. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Takes the handoff, now to throw. Smith pulls this one in along the sideline. He hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
Ready.
On 1st down, they'll run. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the lines.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the third row and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now third down is so much harder.
He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And their lead holds steady at 10.
Really, Kate, that miss doesn't change a whole lot about the game management here. The only thing it does is provide a bit more momentum for the offense, running out in need of 2 quick scores.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10.
Ready, go.
Throwing now, another shotgun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
First down, Eagles.
19 Lions. Get up.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
They call it 1, maybe 2 yards to the end, Brock. It's third down. Pushing left is their running back. 3rd and long for him here. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
1st and goal.
And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Working inside the red zone. Brought in. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Brings it in. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Big moment for them here to begin this new season. Here's 3rd and goal.
Come on.
Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand. Yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35.
Somebody gotta do it. Somebody gotta do it. I tell the G's, watch do it. We survived outside off from the music. Turn his TV off.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position.
Cup 19, Cup 70, Cup.
Starting this drive with a design run. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down.
Set, hut. Set. Good. Set. Huh?
Thrown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He gets 6 on that play. That's going to be good for an LA first down.
Looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Offense is set. First and 10.
Ready. Set.
Go right side. Top by Fannin. And they make the tackle at the 38. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
8-yard line.
Ready.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Let's Green Jack. Ready. Ready.
Gabriel, first and 10. Finds him over the middle. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Set.
Gabriel takes off with it. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up first and goal.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, you got to worry about a quarterback that can do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with first and goal.
Ready.
Gabriel the sneak. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second. They closed just in time to keep him out. It's going to be second and goal.
They just could not even find a sliver of breathing room on that first down, and this is not an envious spot for this play caller to be in. I don't know what you go to now.
Throwing power with a big tight end. That should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
The Chargers just about ready. And there they go, sending it away. Has this at the 6. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 20. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Mustang 19. Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Airing it out to start this drive. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Well, they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw. Swatted away by the defense.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
He's going to throw again on second down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
We've learned how valuable sacks and a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So the Chargers come away with a win in this one. One down, a whole lot more wins to go, Brock. But hey, victors to begin this regular season.
Yeah, I think it's both these guys go across the field and shake hands with one another. They do know, Kate, to your point, it is a long year. But what this does is it pays off your training camp. It does instill some confidence you did all the right things through July and August to kick the season off.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Chargers as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.